Carlack, I wish to ask the Leader if he would bring the relevant Minister in somewhat urgently to discuss the report by the Police Ombudsman Michael Maguire in the North into the police investigation of the Loughinisland Massacre. I don't know if all members are familiar with the damning report that was published by Michael Maguire in terms of the police investigation into those events and that atrocity. I'm sure many people, when the word Loughinisland is mentioned, it'll conjure up many images, many memories. For me, our family was holidaying in Minorstown, which is about a 20-minute drive from Loughinisland. After enjoying the match, like everyone else, when word broke, we were put in the car and we were taken home. Such was a very palpable fear that this wasn't the end of such events, or that something equally as bad or much worse was on the way. When we say the word Loughinisland, we may reflect on the Heights bar and the image from outside that bar. We may reflect on the fact that this week and over the coming weeks, many of us will be gathering at home in pubs and clubs to watch Ireland and cheer on Ireland as they progress through another international tournament. The same thing that those people in the Heights bar were doing. When we say Loughinisland, we may think of those 6 photographs of those 6 men who lost their lives. And I would like to read into the record: Adrian Rogan, aged 34, Malcolm Jenkinson, aged 54, Patsy O'Hare, aged 35, Eamon Byrne, aged 39, Dan McCrenner, 54, and his uncle Barney Green, aged 87. Slaughtered for their faith, slaughtered for their support for a team, and a terrible, terrible time. I think when I think of Loughinisland now, in the context of the here and now, what I think of is the families of those men, the campaigning families who stand for justice, who stand for truth, has been beyond admirable. It has been extremely difficult for them. They have faced obstacles, they have faced obstruction, but I think certainly the report published by Michael Maguire validates their call that not only was there collusion, not only was there obstruction in terms of the investigation into those events, but that collusion went to the very highest level. And I want, if I can, Carlack, before finishing, to read for members and indeed into the record just a very brief paragraph in what is a prolonged and, to be quite honest, a frightening report into just the institutional, deliberate failings in that investigation. So this is from Michael Maguire. I have found that Special Branch held intelligence that paramilitary informants were involved in a range of activities, including command and control of loyalist paramilitaries, the procurement, importation and distribution of weapons, murder and conspiracy to murder. They have not been subject to any meaningful criminal investigation. I think it is incumbent on the Irish Government, not just as someone who upholds the rights of Irish citizens, but indeed as a co-guarantor of the Good Friday Agreement, to have a very, very clear, strong stand in relation to post the Fresh Start Agreement, and indeed the stance of the British Government in more recent times to use national security as a veto for any further investigation or any truth recovery process. This doesn't just apply to Loughinisland, this applies to Pat Finucane, this applies to any investigation into Dublin and Monaghan. So this is something that should really, really concern not just members of this House, but in particular the Irish Government as well. So given the severity of that report, I would ask the Leader as urgently as possible. It was discussed in the Dáil this week. I think it is incumbent on us to equally hear from the Minister about what he can do to maintain that pressure and to ensure that no such veto or no such shutter is pulled down on any future investigation.
Thank you, Senator Gallagher.